I am Lady Drasmeen. Let's drop in with 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. First one, inhale. And long, slow exhale, let it all go. Second inhale. And exhale. Third one, inhale. And exhale. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday, week 4 here in the Soul Sanctuary online circle community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are returning, so glad to have you back and feel your presence in circle again. So this is week 4, and we are rounding out the month of August with today's teaching on energy management. Now, we've got some big cosmic alignments right now. We are officially in eclipse season, and I have been talking about all these cosmic energies in the Tarot Tuesday videos, so I invite you to go into the playlist for Soul Sanctuary for all the replays for the members only. And memberships are available at a sliding scale of $4.99 to $44.99 a month. That includes access to all the Soul Sanctuary lives, which is 4 days a week, 4 weeks a month, and some other workshop teaching videos that are available through purchase on my online market and in the members area. So you get like a little bit of that bonus. So to summarize though, this week, we are let me just clear the energy field, come back into my center. Yeah, the energy is very intense right now. Okay, within 24 hours of this live transmission, we have the Uranus Gemini sextile happening. I'm not going to dive into it here. Go do check out that video because it is igniting a 2-year catalyst of global transformation. And we have the Venus in Leo right now. And our sun is in Virgo. And our moon this week is shifting from Libra to Scorpio to Sag, which is highlighting where we need to come into greater balance within ourselves, what we need to let go of, and then allowing ourselves to expand, because that is simply the nature of existing, is we are ever in a cycle of contraction and expansion, receiving and giving, holding on, letting go. And so this week we are talking about energy. And energy is life force, okay? Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Like, think about the electricity that's powering the machine, the device that you are receiving this transmission from. Think about the internet lines, and the connection, those threads. Like, those threads are there. Like, think about a house, right? Like this room, for example. You see the walls, and behind the walls are the electric wires, the insulation, the support beams, the plaster, and so on and so forth, right? Just because you don't see it does not mean it's not there. And my specialty, my mastery is in energy. I was having a conversation with a brother the other day, and we were getting really fired up on creativity. It was amazing. And then he was asking me if I was seeing what he was seeing. And I'm like, I don't really visualize with color and design. I don't see the walls. I see what's inside the walls. So I see the energy lines. And so I was feeling very strongly led and guided to share this teaching on energy management, because it is so vital to health, to overall well-being, to thriving sustainability, to know how to manage these raw currents, these unseen aspects of self that truly gives us the power that we need to keep going, right? Like without electricity, you wouldn't have the ability to receive this transmission, right? Like without the energy of the sun, right? Like life would not grow. Like we know that the sun is giving us energy. Well, what does that energy look like? We don't actually know, most of us, unless you're clairsentient like myself and can see energy. And so, but you see how it nourishes life, right? Like, look at these beautiful sunflowers, okay? Look at these beautiful sunflowers. So happy, these sunflowers. I'm feeling very much the yellow summer vibes, I tell you what, though. Okay, hold on. Okay. Chaos, chaos, chaos. All right. So we see what energy does for us. It is life giving. And so it needs conscious tending, even though it's in the unconscious, in the unseen. It's not in the unconscious. I mean, it might be. What am I trying to say here? Help me find my words. Yes, it needs conscious tending. And so today, I want to dive into the Trinity Foundation for energy management, right? And this Trinity Foundation is the foundation for just personal wellness management, okay? And the three, so I want to give you the Trinity Foundation, then I want to unpack fear just a little bit. I have a big course where I dive into quantum leaping through fear. I'll put the link to that in the description box below. And then we'll do some practices to anchor into that pilot light within, that thread, that energy current within that is always, that's your eye of the storm, that's unmoved by whatever experiences you might be having. And then we're going to feel into some integration questions, right, for our Talk Thursday and Freedom Friyay circles. So, you ready? You got a drink, you got your notebook, you got your ears in full presence. The first thing to recognize about energy is that not all the energy that you feel is yours. We are naturally empathetic by nature. We are made of mirror neurons, so we're always mirroring our external environment. And in the current construct of the world, teachings have not been provided consistently in the larger models of education to encourage self-governance, to encourage understanding of me and mine versus not mine. And this is where the practice of discernment comes in. This is where the practice of why the practice of breath awareness is so important. And I've said this before and I'll say this again till the day I die. If the number one daily practice that you cultivate is 3 to 5 minutes of just breathing properly, okay? First you come into the awareness of your breath. Okay, you're not really breathing properly. Your legs are crossed. Okay, uncross your legs. Inhale, receive the breath all the way, filling the lungs, feeling the breath drop down the spine, filling the belly, opening the belly, dropping the breath down to the feet, grounding that breath into the earth, and the pause and the exhale, exiting the belly first, then the lungs. Do this practice, and then everything starts to eliminate, because you're literally just clearing the path for you to see and hear and feel yourself more clearly. And emotions are messengers. Emotions are messengers. And the two big emotions that I wanted to voice into today was pain and fear. Okay, like pain is a visceral, physical response of the body. And I am someone who navigates the pain body regularly. Today is a low pain body day. Super grateful. Putting on the yellow sunshine vibe, soaking in the light today. Last week, I had 3 days where I was not okay and very much in the pain body. And I do not attach myself to the identity of one or the other. I am just simply in this here now moment having this human experience and allowing that to just have its time and process. And so dropping into breath, anchoring that self-awareness, then you start tapping into discernment of what is mine, what is not mine. And then you'll start to notice that a lot of what you are feeling is just the noise, the outer world, which is very chaotic, very polluted, and very much in transformation. So there's a lot of debris in the air, so to speak. So there's the physical pain that you just have to honor. Where in this human experience, you have a physical body. It is what it is. So take care of yourself and start addressing the root of what is bringing up pain. My experience with this pain body has been a lifelong thing. And I believe that we can all be restored to the divine blueprint, and it takes time. It takes integration of mind, heart, body, and energy. And it takes discipline, consistency, devotion. And devotion is one of the Trinity keys for that foundation. Now, fear. Okay, let's break down fear real quick. Fear, in my mastermind course, Quantum Leaping Through Fear, I give you 5 steps of turning fear into fuel. Okay, and the first, we break down the word fear. Fear, the first acronym is false evidence appearing real. So when we feel afraid, it triggers the fight, flight, freeze response. And that mama manifests as anxiety, disconnect, disassociation, dysfunction, doubt, shame, so on and so forth. All of that are simply different faces that fear wears. Because you've been triggered into expanding beyond your comfort level. Fear arises when you're triggered into expanding beyond your comfort level. And so when you start to see the illusions for what they are, oh, okay, fear is coming up right now. It means I'm at a growing edge. What is this growing edge? We start to get curious. We start to face it. We start to ask questions, right? Again, this is where grounded breath is really important, because then you're grounding your breath, you're asking the questions, you are witnessing what's arising, and you're not attaching yourself to anything. You are just witnessing and tapping deeper into, okay, what is arising? Why am I feeling fear in this moment? Why am I frozen? Why am I holding back? Why am I being dishonest with myself? Why is there anxiety? Okay, is it because I'm afraid of loss? Is it because I'm afraid of failure? Is it because I'm afraid of success? Is it because I'm afraid that I'm not going to have the support that I needed last time I did the same thing? Wait a minute, is this even my pattern? Oh, wait a minute, this is an ancestral pattern that's coming up. Wait a minute, I am wiser and stronger. I am not the same person that I was. And so you start asking questions, and that's how you start to engage curiosity with this energy that is just needing illumination. And then there are some other steps to go into transforming fear into fuel. And that fuel is now your creative life force. Now you have looked at fear, you have worked through its many layers, you have unmasked it for what it is, you have tapped into discernment of what is actually yours, what is not mine. And now that you know what's yours, you can start looking into solutions to alchemize, to transform, to evolve, to push past that growing edge with compassion, with embodiment, with trust in yourself above all, that you are in alignment. Now, as you are working through the fear, the lovely little ego comes in and says, no, 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 you need to be doing X, Y, Z. Well, the ego is a container, not the driver. Okay? And so if it's a container that you don't have to use. It's a container that is holding AGO, everyone's good opinion from the collective, that has been projected upon you, and you believe that it belongs to you. Removing the word my from your vocabulary, or rather refining the points where you choose to use the word my, will be deeply supportive in soothing your nervous system, because it is not continuously overloaded with all of these attachment points of my fear, my anxiety, my stress, my debt, my struggle. Are those things you really want your energy system to be connected to? So start disconnecting yourself from these loops of dysfunction by removing possession of your sovereignty to that dysfunction. Okay, today anxiety is here. Okay, I'm noticing imposter syndrome come up. Okay, I'm noticing shame. I'm noticing guilt. I'm noticing fear. I'm noticing the desire to just work and hyper focus and not actually feel my feelings, not actually be led by my heart, by my sovereign truth. And I believe it was last month that the Wisdom Wednesday teaching was about the ego. And so I invite you to go check out the ego video and how to befriend your ego, because when you befriend the ego, they become your identity guardian. When you become clear on what your sovereign I am presence in, and you cultivate that connection with your singularity of truth, then you are so focused on yourself that everything else just starts to fall away. And now the ego that was a prison becomes a guardian that helps you sustain your radiance without burnout, because you are acutely aware of like what's the collective ego and what's healthy pride arising within you. So go check out that video, Befriending the Ego, and all the replays are in the Soul Sanctuary playlist. Okay, so we recognize that the ego is going to come in and dance, and it's just there like offering checkpoints of like, hey, are we in alignment here? Fear is simply saying like, hey, okay, we're at a growing edge here. Can you just reassure me that I'm still loved and I'm protected? Right? And so we talked about energy awareness. We talked about the fear, turning fear into fuel. We talked a little bit about the ego. Now let's talk about that Trinity foundation key for wellness management, okay? Because if you are focused on harmonizing mind, heart, body, energy, and you are striving for balance in everyday life, that's how you start restoring yourself to your divine blueprint. That's how you start energizing health. That's how you kill disease. That's how you restore the nervous system. That is how you recode your DNA. It is harmonizing in this here now, what's happening in here. And the energy thread is a big part of it. It is literally the thread that's holding it all together and keeping it all going. Because once the energy is killed, once the energy is, well, you can't kill it because the law of energy is that it cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed. But once that energy exits your body stops ceasing to function. Like, you need fuel, you need food to get through the day. Your car needs gas, your phone needs charger. Okay, like, energy is literally life-giving. And so by developing a relationship with your energy, you are amplifying the relationship with yourself. And by amplifying the relationship with yourself, you automatically amplify your relations in life. And so developing a right relation to self is what my teachings and practices are all about. So what is the core Trinity foundation? Number one, intention. What are you focused on right now? And just start small, pick one thing. Okay? Pick one thing. Intention. Okay? Pick one thing. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and they were talking about all these things that they need to get done, and they just don't know where to start, and going on, and they're like, I'm trying. I'm like, stop. I invite you to focus your intention on the word try and completely abolishing it from your vocabulary. Because the word try is one of those programs that has been infected into the human consciousness to keep the majority in enslavement. Because when you realize that you are the author of your own story and reality, Uranus Gemini sextile tomorrow, y'all go check out that video. Okay, this is like a complete rebirth of identity happening for so many of us, a complete life upgrade. Things are not going to look the same in like 6 weeks. Okay, you're going to be in a new environment, you're going to need new positions, you're going to have new relations in your life, your relationships are getting an upgrade. Okay, like the energy that's coming in right now, the energy that's just came in with the new moon in Virgo, of course whenever you find this teaching is timeless, but like especially as I'm transmitting this, okay, we are amplified in our concentration of energy. And that's the second foundational key, is where your attention goes, energy flows. So you've set an intention. So it's like, brother, let's set the intention to just remove the word try. And how can I support you in that? What's the safe word where I call you out on your bullshit? Safe word. And so that's the second key, attention. First intention. Intention, master breath, breathing properly. Attention. I'm gonna give this attention 3 minutes every single day. And then devotion, consistency. You have to be consistent and present. I have been visualizing my forever home for 31 years. And has it happened yet? No, not in 3D. But I visit my house every day. Here, and in the different areas in my current living space where I've created little pockets of reflections of my first forever home. How committed are you to what it is that you desire, and how much of your attention is it getting from you every single day? You have to be present with your experience in the here and now. You cannot be thinking about the future or thinking about the past and expecting the now to nourish you. You're not present. You're not in receiving. How can life give to you when you're not present to receive what life has to give to you? And so intention, attention, devotion. What is your number one focus right now? Are you honoring it with full presence, and are you doing that consistently? So I would love for you to comment down below and let me know what is one way, one thing that you are putting intention into, and how are you going to tend to it daily? Comment down below. Let us celebrate and empower each other. For me, I have been committed to daily movement flow, even on days I don't want to, on days that the pain body is so intense that I just want to lay on the bed or on the couch, on the days that the pain body is so intense that it literally hurts to walk. My feet literally cannot hold my body. But my intention is to not let my body deteriorate. My intention is to have a healthy, strong body. My intention is I have a healthy, strong body. And so I give it attention by doing a movement flow every single day. And I am sharing these on social media just to keep myself accountable for myself. I'm not really posting it for the viewer counts or the likes and shares and comments. Like, I really appreciate the recognition for my hard work. I appreciate the empathy. I appreciate the kindness. I appreciate the critique and feedback. It's nice, and sometimes not so nice. My intention is to inspire. My intention in sharing every day and showing up here every day, or at least 4 days a week, 4 weeks a month in the Soul Sanctuary Circle, is to inspire. And my devotion is consistency. Another personal intention that I have is to become a master in the playing of the didgeridoo. And so I practice 5 days a week for 10 minutes. There's my consistency. So I share with you little practices from my daily life, to inspire you and to hopefully hear your own reflections. If not in the comments, then in our Talk Thursday Breakthrough and Accountability Circle tomorrow at 1 p.m. PST. So let's drop into a somatic experiencing right now. Let's take a big deep breath. Inhale, shake all of that off. Inhale, exhale, let it all go. Let's ground in, drop deeper into the heart, into the body. And on this next inhale, I want you to visualize rosebuds at the base of your feet, pointing toward the earth. And on the exhale, the rosebuds open, roots come out, going into the earth. Inhale, visualize, exhale, roots open, dropping into the earth. And this is the rosebud roots exercise. Inhale, sweeten into breath, drop into presence. Exhale, roots dropping down into the earth. This rosebud roots exercise is part of the Quantum Leaping Through Fear course, mini course. So continuing to ground in, drop in, anchor into the earth. Inhale, softening, taking up room, perhaps stretching your arms and letting yourself just fill up, take up space, take up space, take up space. Dropping fully in presence, dropping into the heart space, placing a hand on heart and just feeling the warmth of your heart. And on this next inhale, placing another hand on the belly and feeling your inner flame of your heart in your belly. Inhale, breathing in, feeling that connection illuminate and grow brighter. On this next inhale, dropping that awareness into the center of Mama Earth, her core, fire. And deepening into breath, connecting the flame of your heart, the flame in your belly, and the flame of Mama Earth in the core, through your roots, all in a singular line. Breathing in, fully receiving the center thread of connection. And on this next inhale, expanding the awareness even more to the above to bring in the fire of the sun. And these 4 points connect in a straight line through you. Breathe in, feel that line of connection, sun, belly, heart, earth. Stabilize this awareness of your pilot light within. And the pilot light never goes out until your soul is ready to exit the human body. And hear from the center force field of your light illuminating all that is within you, just naturally repelling what is not yours, what does not belong to you, what does not serve you. Breathing that out, letting it all go. Receiving the fire of the sun, charging you up, receiving the fire of the earth, grounding you in. Beautiful. And stabilizing this force field within you, stabilizing this pilot light within you. Inhale softly to normalize this frequency. Closing it all into your energy field, placing the sun at your crown and the earth at your feet. Steady pilot light, crown, heart, belly, soles of the feet. Breathing softly, gently returning into presence. On this next inhale, closing those rosebud roots, knowing you can open them at any time to ground, to send back to earth any density, letting gravity gently support you, to center, to remember that you are connected to me and all of life at all times, and yet so sovereign. Inhale softly, breathing into this spaciousness within you, this lightness of being. Feel the pilot light that is ready to be amplified into big fire to nurture you, to fuel your dreams, to grow your community. And from this place of presence and peace and awareness, allow the answer to arise to the question of what daily devotion stabilizes my radiance. Soft breath, inhale. This journey is complete in 3, 2, 1, now. And wiggling toes and fingers to gently return to the present moment. Welcome back. This concludes the teaching for today's Wisdom Wednesday. I would love to hear your reflections, your insights in Talk Thursday Circle tomorrow. Until we meet again, take care of your beautiful selves. Be gentle, nourish, hydrate, journal, breathe. You are the only you. So love, beloved one, and let yourself be loved. Bye for now.